Hi, my name is Hamza. This is video blog number 2 for Women in Leisure, Recreation 3202, Section 3. The purpose of this blog is as an update for our cross-gendered experiment, and the one that I'd selected was Beaded jewelry. I've got a couple that I finished earlier, one that I'm working on right now. The materials that I had used were beads that I'd gotten from Michael's, beads that I had found around the house, and also plastic wire that I found in my backyard. I'd say that they came out pretty alright, most likely due to the beads themselves and the simplistic pattern that I'd used, not necessarily having to do with anything I did per se. I mentioned earlier, some of the things that I liked were, I mentioned earlier that the beads, I'd use beads that I'd found around my house, and these are prayer beads actually, and I use them, and I'd also form them, so for me they kind of work like a rosary, of course until they broke, so being able to use them as actual jewelry is it has like sentimental value for me. I can also see, it's sort of implied in the first one, but making these is pretty practical. Just because they're practical doesn't necessarily mean that they're like second hand or anything like that. I'd say that things came out alright, like I mentioned earlier, and there are quite a few videos on YouTube that I'd seen that they can look pretty darn well, pretty darn good. I also found this to be kind of relaxing in a strange way. Stepping out of it, I suppose it's sort of expected for this to be a stepping out of your element. So yeah, I found it to be kind of, most of what I usually do is it's not even close anyway, so I found this to be kind of cool. There's not really much to dislike about doing this, other than the fact that it's kind of tedious. You're often doing the same thing over and over again, at least I was. And I'm not really all that creative, so the patterns I use they're all the same, just alternating. So there really wasn't much to dislike. It's kind of what I figured it would be. It's pretty not necessarily challenging. Well, what I did was, like I mentioned throughout the video, what I did wasn't that challenging itself. So I guess I probably already drove it home to you, but it wasn't that difficult. But as I mentioned in the previous vlog, consistency really was my bane. I really wasn't on top of it. I was lagging. I'm lagging right now. But at the same time, for what I did, there really wasn't much to it. Oops. And I just finished this one. But of course, as we go down the line, I'll probably get into more complex things. Thank you for watching.